Epic. Super duper. How you feeling? Go up to the next anchor and then we'll zip down. Okay.
Yeah, just catch my breath.
Right, song about that. Take my breath away.
Yeah. I think that's about a love story there.
Well, so is this. We're not in love with the mountain. The mountain's always going to win if you jar against it. You'll be at one with it.
I love when I get my breath back. Whew. Exhausting. Oh, but good. It's an accomplishment. Just take your breath. It's that last little bit.
So we go to camp 2, we all come back down to do your rotation.
We are on our way back to base camp from camp 2. We're halfway between kind of camp 1 and camp 2. You can just see in the distance right there, camp 1. But basically we've done our rotation, so we're up and away from base camp for about 6 days. And now we are walking down all the way back to base camp. It's gonna feel so good. I've not washed my hair in like 6 days. I completely stink, but I feel good and the team is rocking. And we'll go and see Luke as well. I think he's had a cozy night in a hotel in Namche as well. So we are on our way. So probably about 5-6 hours to base camp.
So everyone goes base camp to 2, and then they spend a few days there, then they come back down. And then they do it again. And sometimes people do that like 3 times. We just did 1 rotation.
I feel good. I feel like we're at like this like halfway mark. Because this rotation, it's going to take us the same amount of time pretty much to go all the way to the top. And I don't know what's coming next. I don't know if like acclimatizing is worse than like going from 2 to 3 to 4 to the summit. But I had a moment today when we were walking, it's like maybe like an emotional moment where I was like, shit, oh my god, I think I'm gonna do this. I think I'm gonna be able to summit. Because I didn't come here being like uber confident. Came here going like, I've got no idea what I'm signing up for. I've got no idea. I just need to give it a go. That's always what I've done in life. It's just give it a go, and if you do it, great. If not, no problem. Just take the next step. There's nothing wrong with trying something and it doesn't work out. But at this moment today going, oh, I think I might be able to do this.
I don't quite like the support right now of my team members. There was a big laugh from you, PK, and you're not agreeing with me, Kenton, and what really has happened to my forehead.
Well, no, I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. I'm here to tell the truth.
Look at my forehead. I think it's a combination of my head's just not been washed for a while.
You keep thinking that.
But it looks more...
Some teams will just come back down to base camp and rest, but you can also then fly to Namche to get better rest, right? Because then you're at lower altitude, your body recovers, you're sleeping in a proper bed, and then you fly back again. It's a more expensive way to do it, but it's better for your body.
Oh, yeah. How you feeling?
Much better now. I'm with you again. I didn't feel so good leaving the mountain the other day. I didn't want to distract or, become a bigger problem. I know, we did 3 nights.
3 nights at camp 2. You only missed 1 night, and then you didn't have to come back down. You got helicoptered down. It's quite nice, really, wasn't it, for you?
Yeah.
And now we're here. We're going to have spent 3 nights here. You're going to come back to base camp with us for like 2 nights, and then you fly off to America. And then in that time, hopefully, we would have summited and then kind of come back down.
When I asked you, like, oh, did you miss me in the tent? You're like, no, I need the space. I was trying to poop in the tent. Explain to me.
I tried to go to the bathroom. I did. I went up to the toilet. I tried to poop and I couldn't poop. And I'm like trying to sleep and I've got like hot water bottles on me, everything. And like my stomach hurts so much. I'm like, I'm going to have to try poop.
In the tent.
But there was nothing to poop in. I just had...
What?
I just had tissues.
And you were holding your hand there trying to poop?
It was like it was kind of on your airbed thing.
What? You peed and pooped on my ex bed? You just laid him on my ex bed and figured at least if I shit, it's on his air mattress, not mine.
Once we had our rest period in Namche, Luke actually went back to America because he had a keynote speech to do.
Just landed here in Kathmandu, or just landed here in not Kathmandu, that's where I'm headed, but we just landed in Lukla here. I'm taking the bag go side here because I think I'm jumping on another chopper right to Kathmandu. So I'll keep you apprised on the journey. We got about 38 hours to travel to get to the speaking event in Twin Falls, Idaho.
And then we flew back to base camp.
So update from base camp. Let's start this. Looking very attractive. I'm getting this all the time, like, why are you at base camp? Like, why are you back at base camp? Have you summited yet? And it's kind of confusing because you have to do something called a rotation, and I never even knew like this there was a thing called a rotation. So what we're going to do is we'll have like a couple of days rest here, and then we'll go back up to the summit push in a couple of days. So it's been really cool just like connecting with everybody in the community. I've had like so many comments and so many messages of support. Yeah, I feel really good. One of my biggest, I think, concerns was like Kenton saying this is what we were doing and me like not being able to do it. You know, even this morning he was like, okay, we're up at 5, and I was like, oh my god, like 5 a.m. But you just have to follow, and everything he said to do, I've done it. So that's what makes me feel confident. It's gonna be a long day.
Sure will be.
Huh?
It sure will be.
It's gonna be a long day, but we're gonna get there.
All right, quick little update for you. I'm going to be off the grid again for the next 7 days, but you will be able to track me on this guy. I'll put up the link. Tonight we leave. We're going to go all the way up here into the icefall tonight at about 3 a.m. And then we go all the way to Camp 2, 2 nights at Camp 2, then Camp 3, Camp 4, and then to the summit push. So thank you so much. I get all of your messages on here too, so if you want to send me a message, please do. It gives me lots of encouragement. It really does fire me up, and I hope that you enjoy the little updates that we have coming for you over the next week or so. Love you guys.
I think any time that we go to that next level, right? That next level that we have to learn new skills, we have to remain teachable, we have to remain a student. It's always going to make us go, all right, like what am I doing now?
Are we ready to go?
We're ready to go.
We are ready to go. We have just done the first little part into the icefall, getting our crampons on. It's amazing how warm you can get. And now, we head up there.
Oh, she moves.
Look up, Kenton.
Yeah.
Need you shop ship. What is it? Chop chip? Shop
Ship shape.
ship shape? Ship shape?
Good stuff.
Failing to prepare is preparing to fail. So if you don't feel prepared, you haven't done the things that you need to do, then you're not going to feel confident. The only way to create more confidence is to do, is to take action. So I felt confident because I was like, I've done the work, and now all I have to do is I get to put them into action and I get to put them into practice.
And look at that view. That is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Mountain just popping out of the clouds. It is beautiful up here. Okay, we made it to Camp 1, and I'm actually moving around. This is amazing. Last time I was here, I saw a tent and I dived in it.
But yeah, no, I feel 100 times better than when we came here last time. I mean, I'm sat up. Feel good. Okay.
And just like that, we have made it to Camp 2. Oh, sorry, my eyes don't really open right now because one, it's really bright, and two, I think I got sunscreen in it. It took us about 11 hours.
Everything's been small. Oh. Wow, I definitely feel much better than I did last time I arrived here.
Well, that's a good news.
Like, tons better.
Well done. Yeah, great job.
So now I'm sitting here by myself. Don't know where everybody else is. They were outside having food, but I'm letting my feet dry. My socks are disgusting. They really smell. And I've already eaten all the vegetables, chips. I don't know what this is, but it's some bread dipped in something that tastes really good. There we go. So I made it to my tent and set. Oh, my shoulders are killing me. Set everything up. Did my own air mattress by myself. Everything is kind of semi-organised. Got to go through it again, but I got everything out and kind of unpacked. Now I'm just lying on top of my sleeping bag, and I'm going to put some moisturiser on.
It was a serious thing. I took it seriously. I needed to learn how to use the oxygen mask. And I took it as going, all right, I get to learn a new skill here. Rather than being like, oh my goodness, I'm so freaked out. That's not going to help anybody. It's like, awesome. I get to learn a new skill. And let me focus on it. Let me learn it. Let me play with it. Let me figure it out. And if I have that mindset and mentality, I'm going to stay calm. It's so crazy as you've got all of the oxygen masks on and you've got all of this equipment, because when you stop, you get cold. But when you're moving, you're hot. So the whole time, you're just trying to regulate your body temperature. Because if you're getting too hot, that's when you start to sweat. And then when you stop, that sweat makes you really, really cold. And there's actually a moment where I used the oxygen mask and we were going up this really steep icefall. And I remember my oxygen mask being on me and I'm trying to get round this corner and there's loads of people there and I felt really claustrophobic and ended up taking my mask off.
I had a little bit of a scare just getting up that last little ledge up onto the Lhotse face. I started to breathe really heavy and I felt really claustrophobic. In my mask, I'm trying to pull my mask down. So we're going at just a nice pace. You just got to be careful, go nice and slow, otherwise you get too hot. But I feel good, apart from that one little, feel good.
And so your initial reaction is actually to pull your oxygen mask off because you're like, oh, I can't breathe. But what you actually need to do is you need to just put your oxygen mask on and just like.
Okay, we have arrived at Camp 3. It is actually really pretty nice up here. So it took us about 4 hours. It was basically the pace of the pack that was leading ahead. But we have got our little spot right here. That is Kenton and I's tent. Feeling pretty good.
Around 5:30, okay. We'll try to get ready for 5:30, over.
And we are heading out to Camp 4 today. So I've got my full down suit on. Whew, I actually had a great night's sleep.
Nice job.
Man, this feels like the longest day.
Camp 4, South Cole.
Wow.
Okay.
The whole time you're exhausted. I mean, you are just, and you have hardly eaten anything.
Alright, Camp 4. Having a little snack. This actually tastes much better than it looks, doesn't it?
It's pretty good.
It's actually pretty good.
You're burning thousands of calories, you're eating like 100 calories, and it's just grueling. It's grueling, your feet hurt, you don't know what they look like underneath your boots. You don't want to take your hands out of your gloves because they're going to get cold, but then you still need to eat something. And you honestly, you just want to keep going. Like, I didn't want to stop. I was like, let's just keep this going, because when you stop, that's where you start to kind of like, you start to think more, then you're getting cold. But it is grueling, like it is tough. I look back now, I'm like, no, it was really hard.
But generally, I like to get up there, get up and down, and either spend the night there on the way back or come all the way down to here, which is a big old ask.
Right, and then we would have a break for about 6 hours and then go again and then how long's the final push part?
So we would normally leave about 10, get on the summit for 6, 7.
So it's kind of like the day that we did from base camp to 2, but just a little bit longer with a bit more rested.
Oh, it's nowhere near as brutal.
You don't think so?
Oh.
No? So the worst part's done?
Well, summit day's pretty big.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's
oh, you're talking about summit day?
Yeah.
Yeah, summit day coming all the way back down here is pretty big.
Yeah.
But there's something very satisfying waking up here when your body feels a bit broken and being served porridge or whatever you have for breakfast. And but we see. I mean, we're super flexible. We're a small team, and we can just flex as and when we want to.
When we got to Camp 4, really we were actually just going to go for the summit that night. So you kind of get to Camp 4 early, late afternoon, then you sleep for about 6 hours, and then you get up at like midnight, and then you go to the summit. And that's what I thought that we were going to do. That's what we planned for. That's the food that we had. And then when we got there was this like, I'm not sure about the weather. Kenton was not sure. You know, do we go? Do we risk it? And then he was like, you know what? We're not going to go. It's too windy. We're just going to like camp out here tonight, and then we're going to go tomorrow. About 10 o'clock at night, I get woken up to say, no, we're going.
Okay, good morning from the 14th of May. We went out last night. Got about 30 minutes in, and then Kenton just felt like it was too windy.
The wind hasn't abated. Now other teams have gone, and that's their call. My mind is that we stay here. This is a cold wind, and it's meant to decrease over the next 12 hours. But the forecast is just getting better, and I think I would be remiss as a mountain guide not to hold the team here for 24 hours. We've got enough oxygen, we've got enough gas, and if everybody else summits, well done them.
So we came back, so we're going to be in this tent all day until about 8 o'clock. Yeah, attempt to go up tonight. So we will see what happens.
So when I thought that we were going, I was like, it's the right thing. When we thought that we weren't, I was like, again, this is the right thing. And now I'm like, now we're going again. So I've got to reprogram my brain to be like, this is the right thing to do, and to be excited about it. And he told me, oh, we've never actually left Camp 4 and not been successful. And I was like, he goes, everybody that's left Camp 4, we've always summited. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, you know, like this is going to be the time where we don't summit, and are we still going to summit? Do we go tomorrow? Because this is out of my choice.
Kenton and I are just chilling out. We've had some oatmeal for breakfast. We've had a couple of chocolate hobnobs, which are delightful. And now we're probably just going to take another nap, and then eat some food, and then we'll head out to the summit tonight. Can't wait people to come down. He sounded last night, but looks like we got some good weather for tomorrow morning.
We realized that, okay, we're going to go the next day. I said, no problem, all good.
I'm really excited to keep going. I'm really excited to go tonight. I was really excited last night. I thought it was going to happen. And it was just like up and down, up and down. It's all good. Tonight is the night. Apparently the winds are much less, and it's going to be a really good night. So fingers crossed.
You know, I already felt that next day. I knew what to expect. I knew what it was going to look like. I could see it. And then as we started to go, there was a moment, I think we were probably only about 3 hours in, maybe 2 hours, and I just could not find my rhythm. And I was getting hot. And I was like, I know I'm going to make it, but this is going to suck. Like, this is going to be hard. And I think sometimes in life and our goals, we're like, you know what, we give up because it's hard. You know, there was a moment where we walked past a body that I had not anticipated seeing.
I'm trying to get up. Let me just breathe. Hold on. Yeah, I just got spooked. Am I going to see anything else? No bodies? No one warned me. No one warned me. No more surprises, Kenton?
So I can't hear this.
I'm not going to see anything else like that.
No, no. No, I'm so sorry.
It's okay, just it's not what I was expecting.
Just keep going, like keep going. Yeah, it's gonna be hard and it's gonna feel like you're out of whack a little bit, but just keep going. And I had to kind of readjust my mindset. I go, right, find your rhythm. And then we just shot up.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I can't believe we're here. Just a sign for anybody trying to do anything or fear of anything, just one step at a time. And if you just keep going one step at a time, you'll reach your summit.
But I remember just getting to that final part and thinking, it's not light out. And Kenton was like, oh, we're going to make great time. Pictures aren't going to be that good. I thought, there's no way that I've spent 3 years waiting to get to the top of the world to not to be able to see the view.
Congratulations, Rebecca.
Thank you.
You're on top of the world.
Hello? Hi, Mum and Dad.
Hi, we're all on the call. James, Luke, Jess, Dad and me, and Penny.
Guess where I am?
Guess where you are? Tell us.
Top of Mount Everest.
Yeah, how are you feeling?
I'm on top of the world. I made it to the top.
We've all been following you. Congratulations.
Yep, made it, Dad.
Luke, did you hear any of that?
All right, I love you guys. I'll speak to you later. Bye.
All right, there it is. There she is, and we just spoke to her. We were able to get a few words there, but there it is. Just got to make it safely down.
Okay, so made it to the top of Mount Everest, top of the world. Woo. Give it 10 more minutes and the sun will be up for pictures. Don't you think?
Well, as long as the boys don't get cold.
Yeah, well 5 minutes I can just start taking them now. Do you want to change oxygen first?
Bazar?
Do you want to change oxygen?
Yeah, we need to do that.
Yeah. We can do that and then I can take photos and then we can be good. Yeah, Luke is going to be very proud. My biggest cheerleader. And I think he's going to be super happy. I think that he was listening in on the call with my mum and my brother and my sister-in-law Jess. And Alfie passed away 3 weeks today. So it's kind of funny what days things fall on, but he definitely helped me get to the top as well. So it's a team effort. Everybody on the mountain and off the mountain too. Oh, yeah, looking forward to getting back down to base camp and having a cup of tea and seeing everybody.
As we got to the top, the sun was rising and we were able to see the amazing shadow of Everest on the background. And then just being at the top there for almost an hour was remarkable. People were surprised at how long we've been at the top for. And so I think that to anything in life, you just have to adapt. You have to be okay with change, otherwise you're going to get stuck in the weeds.